blood pressure. Okay, boy. I think we just did 3 shows, like right outside here.
A pre-show meeting. Yes.
I think we did a pre-show meeting. We planned it. No, we hadn't planned it. But anyway, it can all be shut down, boy.
Who knows?
The roller coaster. Listen, this is good right here, boy. I can say this for the air. Listen. I'm just going to ride this roller coaster. I'm not going to worry about all of the small part, the extra parts down on the ground. Okay? That's how to sum up this meeting tomorrow.
You're not worried about the fact that you're riding a wood roller coaster that is rotting underneath of you.
No,
okay.
I'm not. Oh, look at that. What the hell is going on? I quit right now. Okay? Is that one of our hoods? That's the only big question. Well, did they get it from us? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the edition of Dad You Don't Work, You Wrestle. You kind of hear the claps. You know what time it is. George, how was your weekend?
Boy, I am about to explode. So much going on in the wrestling community. Bullet, in our lives. So glad to have you back again, Bullet, after your world tour this past weekend. We'll get touch a little bit on that. So much going on, Bullet. So much. First thing I want to do right off the bat, this thing is just in the beginning stages, okay? The seed has just been planted, ain't been watered, ain't even been no manure kicked on it yet. But, folks, listen to me. In December, I know it's Christmas. I know we're getting over Thanksgiving. There ain't nobody got any money. Everybody's broke. But what a perfect time to run a wrestling show.
It's true.
Folks, listen to me. Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl of wrestling. I got to sneak it in before the NFL does. That's the only reason I come up with that name. It has nothing to do with wrestling. I'm just going to sneak it in before the NFL does. Okay? Super Bowl of Wrestling, 17th and 18th of December. Bullet. Unbelievable. First time ever. If you go out in a blaze of glory. Bro's over here doing a little stretching, but that's okay. As long as you got the hood from us. Bullet, listen to me, and I got to calm down here. This is going to be huge. The biggest and the most important reason that we're doing this, Bullet, is in all of our hearts, is for animal rescue kennels. Okay? Now listen to me. Seriously, I'm gonna get back on track of this rescue thing that needs to be rescued. Is I was just simply asked, where does the rescue animals, who supplies the food, who buys the food for these rescue animals? Now personally, I just thought they got fed. I mean, I just thought they went through a drive-through, complained a little bit like I did, and just got the dollar menu. Mm-hmm. Seriously. But they don't get, and as I did some research, I don't just jump into something, believe it or not, Bullet. I do research, okay?
You spend 4 hours in a library every week on the computer. So you are that crazy guy that hogs the computer.
That's good, boy. Yeah. This is a wasted material right here. I'm just telling you that right now. But anyway, so I did research. Boy, it is kind of amazing that they get no government, city, fund, nothing. Now, they'll get money to plant a tree down the street, but all these rescue animals, the kennels themselves individually have to buy the food, which has got to be expensive. So anyway, through connections, the stars lined up, very Ultimate Warrior-ish, I'm involved. So this whole event, 2 days, boy, it's going to be huge. I'm talking, we're going to have Santa Claus photo ops. And listen to this, folks. I even got Santa. I'm such a good talker. I got Santa to wear the gimmick and didn't charge me extra. Now, boy, that's worth something right there. You hear me? We got car shows, crafts, food. But this may be one of the biggest things that I've personally been involved in, okay? But there's always a but, which scares me to death. Tomorrow at the big meeting, I'm talking about the meeting, I shared it with you earlier, when a cowardly lion goes to the Wizard of Oz to see Oz, it could all fall apart. Mm-hmm. But I'm hoping it don't. So stay tuned.
At least before the cowardly lion gets his hair groomed and stuff like that, and his claws manicured like in the Wizard of Oz. As long as you get that, it don't matter.
No, it don't matter.
Then you can run me out and roll all the fire you want, Oz. Yeah, sure.
And the biggest pop of that movie is when Oz went whoo, and the cowardly lion, which is me, before he got took care of, he went running. Remember, he ran down that hallway and dove through that window? That was very George Southish. Of course, I wouldn't have dove. I'd have climbed. I had to climb out of it. Okay? Very wrestlers nowadays. But anyway, so much going on, Bullet. I want to shut up for just a minute. Had a great week this past week. Just for you to touch on a little bit. You had a great week. Got to see some old friends.
Yes, I did.
I delivered a couple rings. Mm-hmm. So
definitely a couple.
Yeah. So a little bit about that, if you don't mind.
Yeah. We were in Pittsburgh on Tuesday. That's why this wonderful high-rated TV show didn't come out last week. I was in Pittsburgh. Then we went to Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Then we dropped the ring trailer off at my dad's house.
I love that.
My parents' house. My dad's the only one living there right now because my mom's in Florida with the grandbabies. Very George South.
Oh, that's right.
I was just saying Susie Feuerbach to him over and over again. Susie Feuerbach, Susie Feuerbach. Just so that's all the only name they know. But my dad, we had Gino's Pizza, treated Caleb Connolly, Mike Lee. It's a good time in Preston, which now, now that I've been living in a city and been around places that have been open for 24 hours, now when I go to Preston, Iowa, and I'm driving through it like 6, 7 at night, like right when it gets dark, it is the darkest place in the entire place. In the middle of nowhere, there's no street lights. Like, it is the darkest place in all of humanity. Like, it is, you can't see 5 feet in front of your face. It's that dark if you don't have lights. I'm just saying, like, it's desolate. It's dark, okay? And it's eerie dark. Now I know. Now I see why most horror movies take place in small Midwestern towns. Yeah, I see it.
You don't have to set nothing up.
It's all right there.
It's already there.
It's already there. So
Hall of Fame, excuse me, right?
Wrestling. Yeah, we Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame the next day, and then we rode go-karts with everybody, hung out with everybody, like a pre-show party, whatever. Wow. And then the next day was the wrestling show in Des Moines. Really good wrestling show Sammy Callahan put on, top to bottom, real good show. Gave people their money's worth. And you're gonna love this. I believe he had 4 or 5 wrestlers that were advertised, but because of injuries or certain circumstances, they couldn't make it. Oh. Now most promoters would freak out.
Yes.
But with Sammy and everything that being who he is, didn't miss a beat with everything. Show still came off just as good, if not better.
Yeah, exactly.
For you to lose 5 to 6 people that you were normally going to be booked on the show, and your entire card being completely changed and still pull off a show that exceeded even the expectations of the original card, that's something to be said. That's exactly something to be applauded for sure. And then, of course, I saw our good friend Bobby Houston the next day, Saturday.
He's doing good.
And then along with some of my other friends from college, I saw them. And I had to make sure that Mike Lee got his horseshoe, which is basically just a hamburger, basically meat, like a meat sandwich with fries on top, and then you smother it with cheese. And we stopped at a place that I ran into the people who I first trained with in Springfield. So I was hoping that they had a show going on, and I was hoping we'd be getting to this bar about the time that they'd be getting to that bar after their show, so kind of surprise them a little bit. And then we just drove straight back. We lost a trailer tire. We dropped off some rings. We got rid of. We sold some wood when we shouldn't have. So we have no rings right now. We have nothing right now. The trailer's empty and destroyed. So we survived it. I probably kicked out yesterday as far as consciousness to go. I've been a little loopy the last couple of days, but I think I'm back on track now.
And Bullet, to sum all that up, it is. You learn more in that loop than a college would teach you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it really is.
50 hours of drive time.
Wow.
50 hours of drive time, and a lot of that with, I believe about, at least probably, 34, 32 of it being with a 20-foot trailer behind you.
Bullet. That's
a lot of drive time.
That doubles everything. I'm so glad y'all are back, Bullet. I want to give a quick plug, too. It was just released a couple days ago, is our big podcast at the Headlock Ranch.
Yes.
I did try to get on there. I think I've got to, I can't watch it. I got to, sign up or something,
don't I? You don't got to sign nothing.
But I clicked. Maybe I was clicking wrong, but I clicked. And
did you click the video?
Well, yeah, I did. No, I clicked up there in the blue letters where you describe us.
You could click on the blue letters, or you could just click on the YouTube logo.
Okay, I gotta go back.
You can go right on YouTube.
I gotta go back.
Use the YouTube link.
Yeah, that's what I gotta do.
That'll be better for you.
But what impressed me, Bull, I don't know if you wrote about it. Wrote the summary of it. I marked that a little bit. The summary of what you're fixing to watch was better than what you're fixing to watch.
Okay, well, I'm glad because I hate writing those things. So I'm glad somebody's reading those. I feel like I'm writing these things and nobody's reading them, so that makes me feel better.
Boy, I marked that out. I mean, it made me, I almost forgot who we were talking about, and it made me want to go find that place. That's how interesting this story was. Okay. It took me 452 pages of, well, I should say that to the end, but we'll use that later. But it took me 452 pages to say what you said in like a half paragraph. You described me, Bullet, everything. It was very good.
Economy Award.
It was very good. That was very, very good, Bullet. So anyway, so much stuff going on, folks. Got a lot of big stuff going on this week. Of course, me and a lot of our students will be in Drexel. this coming weekend back up there for our good friend Jason Freeman and NAWA. Of course, WrestleCade, the biggest, hugest thing in the world is coming up in just a few weeks. Lord, I figured up today. Just announced, I want to put a quick plug. I'm so excited about this. Sunday morning, right before the big, huge Queens of Combat event, there's actually just signed up today. There will be a worship service that morning. Of course, it's all free for everybody in town. I get to be a part of that. I'm very, very excited about that. So that's something that morning will be very early, of course, because we got to get everything lined up, get everything ready for the Queens of Combat, which will be Sunday. But that's after a huge, big weekend, Bullet, of just like 4 or 5 days of everybody that you can imagine. And with that being said, Bullet, I got a quick idiot of the week, if you don't mind.
No problem.
Boy, there's so, I know, I can find an argument anywhere in an empty spit tube. I can find an argument,
or an empty idiot bag if we ever get one of
yes,
those.
That's very
They're
true.
nothing but full idiot
and
bags.
folks, listen to me. Me and my great co-host, we do not search out our day looking for idiots. Believe it or not, we don't have to. They come to us. And of course, this is just the comical way. It's real short, real quick. Of course, I think WrestleCade has named everybody that is coming. I mean, we still stick a few in. Rikishi was just added. I mean, unbelievable. Boy, last time I counted, over 160. Folks, these ain't outlaw guys. This is probably the top of the line. Mm-hmm. This is Michael Jordan Hanes underwear. This ain't like Walmart underwear, what people get. But listen to me. So, every list is named. And the only way this individual can become the idiot of the week is the timing of his comments were perfect. They listed 200 wrestlers. I'm talking Flair, Sting, Steamboat, Ted DiBiase. I could go on and on. Sid Vicious is coming. Rikishi's coming. And that ain't even the Lucha Underground people. My Pentagon guy. What's his name?
Pentagon Jr.
Yeah. He's going to be there, which is just unbelievable. I can't believe we got that name right.
I know.
But anyway,
too.
So all these names listed. All you got to do is just click off of it and go home. But some idiot, believe it or not, and I got so much going on. I forgot his name, but I'll have it next week. But this individual will go and idiot back for his simple comment. He asked, "Where's Raven?" That's what he asked. Now, personally, I love Raven. I really do. Raven, we go way back. Raven, and if I didn't like him, my son would hate me even more because Raven is my son's favorite. My hat's off to Raven. I got respect for Raven because when I couldn't get my son to finish high school, Raven got my son to finish high school just by giving him the rebellious leather jacket, acid rock, Satan worship T-shirt.
Sounds like the opposite of what Raven would tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right.
And so my hats will always be respect for Raven. But in that context, it just really aggravated me. Okay, I mean, and Raven may be there. I don't know. But anyway, the guy said, without even saying this is great, I'm going to have a great time. But I would kind of like to see Raven, which would still make me aggravated, just to say, where's Raven? Really aggravated me. Okay, so that individual will not Raven now. Because me and Raven's tight. Okay, the guy that made that comment.
You're politicking to be the next big Stevie.
Oh yeah, yes. Listen, the greatest line in wrestling history was 3 years ago at WrestleCade when Raven's flock went to the ring. My son, George Jr., lifetime dream. Most people want to go play college at Notre Dame. Most people want to, cure AIDS or save locusts or whatever. My son's dream, his whole life, was to be part of Raven's flock. True story. So, real quick.
Join a group where where one guy scratches and one guy's called Sick Boy.
Yes. Yeah. So, the stars lined up. WrestleCade, my son, he went out, bought the leather, did the whole thing, and so he's in the ring. I'm painting a picture here, okay? It was Raven against Shane Douglas. Raven is in the ring. He's doing this, okay? And Shane Douglas's music, ECW, starts. And for a brief moment in time, our buddy Mike Johnson would love this, what I'm describing. Brief moment in time, history was going to be made. My son's in the ring with Raven, okay? And when he's waiting on Shane Douglas, my son comes up to Raven's ear and he said, "Raven, I just want you to know how much this means to me." And Raven turned around and said, "Boy, you're burnt." Okay, so listen to me. Here's what I'm getting at. If Raven calls you burnt, you're burnt. That's all I'm saying. So that was just a father-son thing. We kind of bonded. I know nobody cared about that, but I thought it was pretty cool that my son and Raven kind of bonded there for a minute. So anyway, a lot of stuff. I know we got to get out of here, Bullet. So that individual that asked for Raven is in the idiot bag. Okay?
Who would have guessed that somebody who'd made his dumb comment on Facebook would end up in the idiot bag? Who would have guessed this
Please
week?
keep them coming, folks.
Who would have guessed that would have happened?
But we are progressing as we reach 200 episodes because I went all week and didn't get called a hypocrite. So I think we're progressing, or either I'm de-progressing because I didn't get called a hypocrite. What the heck? But anyway, so much going on. But what we want, I need a good one, boy. I should have used the one I saved it for this right here. Let me see. Oh, if you want to read about Shane Douglas, Raven, and hypocrites, buy
the second greatest book of all time, which is available at highspots.com. If you want to know more about what me and George are doing on the weekend, make sure you follow me on Twitter at ManScottManning or on Instagram at ManScottManning. This has been another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Oh, boy, good show. Whew. But listen to me. No matter what ball, it's like the World Series. No matter what ball I throw at you, you catch it. You know what I'm saying? Because you have no idea. And folks, well, we're not on air, but we don't plan this.
Nobody's watching anymore.
Well, we don't plan this. I just throw it out there and you catch it.
Yep.
Not one time have you throwed it back at me.
Struggle like you just struggled right there?
Yeah, not one time have you struggled like I do, bullet.